Hello guys, and welcome to the latest episode from Station Feature, and welcome to episode number 26. And today I'm at Exeter St Davids. I said that really weird, I know. And today I'll be giving you a tour around Exeter St Davids, looking around the station, seeing the facilities, obviously talk to you about what's around the station that we can't see, and yeah, and obviously have a look at the entrance at the end. So, the interview today will be with Kiya and Jake, so there's a double interview today at Exeter St Davids. So it should be really interesting to hear what they have to say. So let's get touring here at Exeter St Davids. Enjoy, guys. Okay, let's get kick-started with the first of the platforms. This is platform number 3 that we're standing on right now. And platform 3, this one here, is for all trains going to Barnstaple on the Tarka line. It's also for trains that terminate here from London Waterloo and Salisbury and Gillingham and wherever they come from. It's also for units that go reverse here and go to Paddington, and it's also for a couple of trains that need to be platform operated. They'll come in platform 3 as well, including a HST to Paddington, which is actually booked on platform 3 from London Paddington on a Saturday evening. And that actually comes in on 3 because one of them to Penzance comes in on 4, sorry. 2, I'm thinking of Newton Abbot there. Also on platform 3 we have a look at the station sign. So it is a GWR branded station sign, so it is updated here, which is good. And we'll take a look at some other bits in a minute. But this is platform 3, and as I move across to this one over here, this is platform 4, and this is for all trains that go...
Attention please, this is a passenger announcement. If there is a passenger...
Sorry about that, I thought something else was going to happen there. So yeah, this is platform 4, and this is for all trains that go to Paddington, from the express trains to Paddington mostly. Plymouth, Penzance, and very rarely will you be used for a platform alteration, but it's not very often that will happen. It has happened before, I've seen it twice only. And 4 is used for all express trains that go down, so that's Penzance, Plymouth, Paddington, Newquay, wherever you want. All trains will come in on 4, and some will terminate here as well if they're going to finish up for the day. Some will come in from here and terminate on 4 and then reverse out and go into there, which I'll show you in a minute. But we'll take a further walk down platform 4 and see what we can find. So this is the Exeter St Davids footbridge as I'm going up from platform 3 and 4. Announcements going off.
Commander, Limpstone Village and Exmouth. This train has 2 coaches.
So platform 5 and 6 down them there.
Please allow all
3 and 4 there, 1 and 2, 1A and 2, it's not really 1A, 1 and 2 down there that leads out to the entrance as well, which we'll take a look at in a minute. But down here, footbridge and gangway to the footbridge is incredible. It's very nice actually, I like it. But it's very accessible, which is good. So, up here as well is the departure board, so you've got one for platform 3. Next one's 0927 to Barnstaple, and one on platform 4, which is 0910 to Paddington. That's the next one here. Then you've got the main departure board right in the middle here, and the one reported full and standing, which is due in a minute, which is the announcement you just heard in the last clip. So let's continue down platform 3. So as you go around here, this is an inaccessible footbridge. This is only accessible by the lift, which we'll show you in a minute. But around here as well is the Exeter St Davids waiting area. So that's a big cube over here, big waiting room. It's got departure board inside, but again, it's not something we're going to go into. But it's there, waiting room's there, and the lift is over here, which we will go in shortly. But I'm going to see a train now, so yes. Okay, so over here is, I say that with a big drum roll, is sorry, platform 2. And this is a very disused platform at Exeter St Davids. This platform is rarely used. It's used for a couple of services a day, usually that go this direction. They never really use it for anything else but that. It is not a very frequently used one, but it does have a different sort of departure board if you look at that. It's a bit different to the others, saying about railway upgrades. It's just an information screen almost, as to whatever proves to be. It's a really strange one, really. There's a load of cycle racks down there as well, which you use just B4 platform 2, and there's a buffer there. This is a bay platform, and yeah, there's a siding over here which is not very well used. There's only used for stabling. And down there is a little load of tracks. which is Exeter New Yard, which the South Western Railway service over there goes to. And as well as that, this is platform 1. This is for South Western Railway service that leave to London Waterloo. Barnstaple services from Exmouth, from Barnstaple to Exmouth do leave off of here, as do the ones off Paddington. They also come off of here. The interesting thing about this platform as well is that it's got the best view down towards the north. It's a really good view actually. Got a London Paddington HST due in a minute. But yeah, it's platform 1. Platform 1 is home to the entrance at Exeter St Davids, with the footbridge just up there. It's a lovely view all around. The entrance at Exeter St Davids has a very large ticket office that's open practically all day, as well as ticket barriers. It's a ticket barrier station. It's got a Starbucks inside, as well as a main concourse with ticket vending machines and a WH Smith, so it's quite busy. But again, not going in there. I'll just describe that to you. I'm going to go have a look at the entrance right at the end, probably later on this evening, because I don't have time now. But yeah, this is platform 1 and platform 2, the cycle racks, plus over there as well is there's a waiting area which is used for a reception as well, where I signed in when I did work experience as well, and the concourse and the footbridge which we showed you earlier. So up next then I shall show you the second footbridge, which is quite a mysterious one, as well as platform 5 and 6 and next to TMD, so we shall look at that in a minute. Okay, departing now is 159 101 and 015 off to Exeter New Yard. Arriving as well is the 0954 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington from Plymouth. Usually again from Penzance, but today from Plymouth only. I'm going to go around to the platform to get it, because it is over there. It is 43, you can see it through the window. 128. And we'll go over there and get it going out in a minute.
216.
Okay, so this is platform 6 at Exeter St Davids. The next train on here is the 1945, which terminates here, and that is from somewhere. Anyway, so sorry.
All right, mate.
Platform 6 is usually used for any, again, miscellaneous services, let's say. So that's for Paddington, that's for Manchester Piccadilly. One service off here goes off. One service to Paddington goes off here, and during engineering works this platform is actually used quite a lot, but it's not used very much. So it's from Paddington, the 1945 anyway. It's not used a lot, however they do try to use it as and when. This over here is Exeter TMD. This is the main depot area, so you've got 152.16 over there, which is stabled, and obviously a couple of units probably hidden in the shed somewhere. But in general, TMD usually houses every unit that runs around this TOD, the Triangle of Doom, as they call it, which is Paddington, Exmouth, Barnstaple. All units that will run these services will come off here, as well as a few that will do an ECS over to Taunton to do a Cardiff Central service, or go to Plymouth, or go to wherever, but very rare they'll go to Plymouth. It's usually one to Taunton and one to Newton Abbot, so it's actually quite a bit. But in general, it's a busy platform. Speaking of platform 5, this one's over here. There's a pumpkin here as well. So Starbucks in this concourse, there's a pumpkin here as well. And up here is platform 5. This is for all trains going north to London Paddington, to Birmingham, and the north of England, such as Leeds, York, Edinburgh, Glasgow Central, Dundee, Aberdeen. Also used for some services from Paddington, which go to Manchester Piccadilly and London Paddington, as well as Bristol Temple Meads. So it is a relatively busy platform. It's one of the busiest platforms probably at Exeter St Davids, because of the amount of trains that do come in and out of this general platform.
And this is Lee on the station premises.
It's happened twice now. I'm not turning my camera off this time.
For a non-urgent message. As a Mrs. Lee on the station premises, can you please return to the ticket office for a non-urgent message?
There you go. Anyway, so yeah, in general, platform 5 is the busiest platform at Exeter St Davids because of the sheer trains that go off it and the fact everyone goes north. And a lot of them, if they're going south, usually stay on board or to get off here anyway. So 4 and 5 are the two busiest, definitely. So anyway, 1's quite busy as well, I suppose, for Exmouth, but this one's really busy. Well, not now it isn't, but in general it is. So anyway, let's move on to the final bit of the tour and then we'll be done. So this is the lift that takes you up to the second footbridge at Exeter St Davids. This is the more of the mysterious one.
Doors closing.
He sounds like Peppa Pig's dad. He does.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm on video, you know, so be, you know, careful what you say.
Please mute that out.
No.
Fine.
Who's Peppa Pig?
Kiya knows.
Pork.
Overbridge level.
Like pork before it could be eaten.
Oh, that's not nice.
opening.
Alright. Well, the way up here, so they've probably got to lift down again.
Yeah, they have. But anyway, this is the view up from the footbridge anyway. Arriving as a double pacer as well.
Double pacer.
Don't get mad. Naughty.
Double pacer. Double
Let's have a look at that on the station tour. It's 143618.
See what I mean?
There we are. Okay, so I'm here with Kiya for the interview for Exeter St Davids. So hello Kiya.
Hello.
It's good to see you again. And third interview for you now. You've been in Abbot and Paddington, so this is Exeter St Davids. Reason Kiya's doing Exeter St Davids, you were born in Exeter and from Exeter, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, first question then, what can you tell me about the city?
It's really nice. There's a couple of places that people might want to go to, tourist attractions, especially in the summer.
Yeah. What sort of places would you say are of interest in Exeter?
There's the cathedral, and then there's mainly the quay that leads down past Marsh Barton.
Oh yeah. It's not bad then. So cathedral's quite old because it's like quite a sort of central landmark in Exeter, isn't it? I remember being down here a few times. They have a Christmas fair down here, don't they?
Yeah.
Quite often. Well, every year. Christmas fair.
They have it in one of the shopping centres. I think
Yeah,
it's
and
the
they have like
Princess A.
international food,
Yeah.
don't they? Which is really nice.
And like every year, also on the cathedral green, they have a little thing that has still set up as like a Christmas thing.
Yeah, that's right. So, what can you tell me then, Kiyan, about Kiya? Sorry, that's Kiyan holding the camera. I keep getting your names mixed up. Kiya, sorry. So, as a city, would you say when you were living here, did you like living here, or were you quite little when you were here?
Yeah, because there's a lot of places to go, especially when you have a hobby like train to run, because there's a lot of advantage points all around Exeter.
Yeah, that's quite good then. So what could you say, well what could you tell me about the services here? Let's start with GWR. What GWR services serve here?
You get ones from London, Paddington to, Penzance, Plymouth and Paynton, and some that terminate here.
Oh yeah.
Get back up to Paddington.
Yeah, there's a few that terminate here, aren't there? Yeah. I know one terminates here and then forms a really weird head cone and calls it all the stations and parks and pants line almost from Exeter. And one starts here on Saturday morning and goes via Bristol as well, from what I remember. That's just my knowledge of it, but yeah. And what else GWR is here?
You get sprinters, well mostly sprinters or pacers doing services from Exmouth to Barnstable. And you get pacers doing services that start in Exeter TMD and come into St Davids.
So what is Exeter TMD?
The train maintenance depot just behind there.
Yeah.
Behind me there.
Yeah, we had a look at it earlier, but see if you knew, that was to catch you out. And they also go Paynton, do local stops, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some, like one this morning, only called it Newton Abbot.
Yeah, but mostly it's all the stops, isn't it?
Yeah.
And some do faster, they start here, don't they? You go faster to Paddington. I remember when we were filming, it was just like a 153 and same doing it. Right, okay, so let's just stop there for a second because it's a train due. Okay, so I'm with Kiya again for the interview for Exeter St Davids. Hello Kiya.
Hello.
Hello. So, the reason Kiya's got a piece of paper here is because he's got it down on his foot. Kiyan's just showing it. It's just because it's not because Kiya cheated. It's because Kiya is kind of just like he wants to make sure he gets everything right.
And he's not from here.
And he's not from Exeter, but he's born in Exeter, weren't you?
I'm from Exeter. Also.
Yes, you were born in Exeter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
He's from Exeter,
originally.
but not from Exeter.
He lives in Paddington, but from Exeter. Yeah,
Peak.
That's fine. Okay, so let's get this. Let's get started. So.
Jack Rocket's coming.
Okay, that's fine. So.
Should we restart that? Because I.
Right, so sorry about that, guys. HST's behind us going to Plymouth, which is 44191 and something else, and we'll read it as it goes out. So we were talking about GWR. Obviously, go to Paddington, they go to Exmouth.
Yeah.
Don't some local services go north as well of Exeter?
Yeah, some sprinters go to Bristol Parkway, I think one or so, and some go to Bristol Temple Meads. Sometimes you'll get paces from that.
Oh, okay.
Paddington to Bristol.
Yeah, that's an evening service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And wasn't one start here there? It goes on that platform?
Yeah.
Yeah. How often is
I think
oh,
I think you get one.
Yeah.
I think you get one to Avonmouth. I'm not sure though.
Oh, Avonmouth, yeah, that's right, that's a Sunday. Yeah, you got that right, well done. Exeter St Davids Avonmouth, yeah, I forgot about that one. It does run to Avonmouth on a Sunday. Just a really, really cool service, actually, it's quite unique, isn't it? So, platform 2 over there, not used much, is it?
No.
What services would you usually use it?
Sometimes you get a test train on it, like a turbo came down yesterday or something,
Yeah.
and I think it went on platform 2.
Yeah.
Turbo.
And I think the Avonmouth train starts on platform 2.
Something that happened last night, or yesterday, a turbo's coming down here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, gauging tests.
Yeah.
So, that could be an interesting
A
thing.
turbo.
Yeah, it came down yesterday. Gauging tests. Because they'll start running down here. Not as far as Exeter, but they'll start running to Exeter.
When?
They need to. Like, maybe like, if they're going to Exeter, say it's from Cardiff or something. Anyway, so there's HSC off, Paddington to London Paddington off. So, let's keep talking then.
This one's going out now as well.
About GWR. Speaking of GWR, of course, this one. So let's move on to the next company then, which is Cross Country. So, Cross Country, what can you tell me about them here?
You get Voyagers, Supervisors and HSTs operate here.
Yeah.
They all start at Plymouth from Penzance, and they go up to Glasgow Central, Aberdeen, Manchester, Piccadilly, Birmingham Street.
14175. So carrying on. Not just Plymouth they go to, is it, from here?
No, they go to Penzance.
And
Paddington.
yeah, you must have forgot then.
Yeah.
And also, doesn't one start here? You don't know, do you?
No.
Yes, one. Okay, who out of you two knows about it?
Is it a passenger one? Is it
Cross
a
Country
passenger
that
one?
starts here.
Is it a passenger one?
Yes.
Well, obviously.
I could
Well
have.
done. Yeah, it's the 16:54 on a weekday and weekend, and it goes to Manchester
I
Piccadilly.
could have said empty coaching stock starts here, goes to
It
Lara.
starts here, it terminates here, and then starts here, goes back to Manchester. Gets in about just before 9 p.m. Wow, you forgot. That's the one thing you didn't revise on, Kiya. Well done. Okay, so let's. Speaking of that, platform 6 is another one that isn't used much, is it?
Yeah.
So,
Just over there.
what would you use platform 6 normally?
Rail tours, normally,
Rail tours.
and trains that come in from TMD.
Okay, and some that start, I guess. As well.
Yeah.
And the
Alright,
cross country service terminated there the
And
other day.
almost
Yeah, the Manchester one terminates
Yeah.
and
ones
starts
that
on there
start-
as well.
ones like cross-country ones that sometimes, quite rarely, go into Riverside,
Yeah,
go from platform 6,
yeah,
and you get HSTs starting here to London Paddington start on platform 6,
okay.
and
So-
basically all the northbound trains.
So speaking of that then, what can you tell me about Exeter Riverside?
It's a depot used for primarily freight trains and test trains.
Yeah. What would usually, do you know, what freight would go in there?
Sometimes, normally, on Wednesday or Thursday, you get the Cola cement train going, stopping there, and they'll carry on its journey. And you get the DB clay train going in and out every Thursday and Friday, early Friday.
Not bad then. So let's move on quickly then. So South Western Railway. What do they do here?
Some of their services, I think, maybe one or two go to Gillingham and
Yeah.
just straight away terminate there.
That's Gillingham, Dorset.
It's not Gillingham, by the way.
Gillingham,
It's Paddington,
Dorset.
Axminster. So it's a weekday service. It's like a shuttle. But where do they normally go?
London Waterloo.
Yeah, and how often are they?
Sometimes they're, I'd say every hour,
Well
maybe
done,
every
yeah,
half
they
hour.
are every hour. Yep. So the Aberdeen service coming in. So anyway, and what usually operates them?
159s, sometimes you get a 158.
Yeah.
You get a 158 and 159 combination.
Yeah, mostly 159 combinations, isn't it?
Yeah.
6 coaches, which is quite good. So, Kiya's looking down there because Exeter New Yard's down there. And that's where the 159s go when they. What do they do at New Yard?
They come in on platform 3, then there's normally a red signal, and then they'll get a little indication to say they can go into New Yard,
Yeah.
and then they'll run around back into 1 and go up to their destination.
South West America are the only ones that use New Yard, are they? Because GWR will use it.
GWR will use them. Sometimes you get like a pacer going in there that's terminated.
HST has been in there before as well.
Yeah, set fire.
The one, yeah, but also like the one from the 0729 out of here comes off New Yard.
Was that in New Yard, that fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 43164 that caught fire here.
Did it catch fire in this station then moved
No.
to
No,
New
it
Yard?
caught fire in New Yard.
And that was rescued by 57604.
Yeah. Older Loco rescues Loco.
Yeah.
So let's move on. What's your opinion then? We talked about the services. Do you like the services here? Do you think they're good?
done?
Yeah, because they're very frequent.
Almost.
They're very frequent because
Yeah.
it's a big station and you get a variety of operating companies here. So if you're trying to get somewhere, it's most likely you'll be able to get directly there. So if you're going from Edinburgh to Waterloo, you can probably get a service down to Plymouth or Penzance and then go up to, change, go to
Quite
Waterloo.
useful then. So let's move on then. So we're going to test you here because you've written all this down. What's the earliest GWR service that goes to Paddington?
The earliest one is 1 Alpha 40,
Yeah.
which is the Night Riviera.
How long does that wait in Exeter if it goes down
3 hours,
on a
I think.
Monday? Yeah, so on a Monday, because we talked about this last night,
Yeah.
on a Monday, the sleep will come in, but how long would it wait for?
I know southbound, on Mondays, I think, it waits from something like 3:11
Yeah.
to 4:35.
Well done. You got that dead on. You got it absolutely dead on. Well done. It's exactly those times as well. And what I remember is that nobody can really get off either. It's like if you get off, they get told off because like the station's still technically closed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. So cross country, what's the earliest and latest?
The earliest service is the 6:24 from Plymouth to Edinburgh, and the latest is
Keep the paper still.
the 10:40 to Edinburgh to Plymouth.
Yeah. Okay. So let's wrap this up. Think the facilities are good?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Oh, there's a 159 coming in.
No, not really. I think they should improve the amount of services on 2 and 6.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, and overall, as a spotter, do you recommend this station?
Yeah, because you can go onto like the northbound end of platform 1 and get trains coming into the station heading southbound.
Right, thank you, Kiya. Did well there. So let's get onto our train now. And there it is. You don't have to film it, don't worry. Okay, save the battery.